Hi everybody, it's Greg from Three Dimensions of Music. Here I am again. I finally got around to it to enter this contest for Mike at MGK Boston as it stands. It could be Buffalo in the future, but right now he's searching for a domicile in Buffalo. I'm sorry about your Bills, Mike. I wanted them to win so bad, but um, let me tell you something about Mike. Mike from MGK Boston. I watched him for a couple of years now. He is uh, above 800 million, actually over 900 million right now, and he's shooting for a trillion. I think that's the way it goes. Trillion subs, which is pretty awesome. Uh, I mean, trillion? Why not? We owe a trillion every 8 months towards the interest on the national debt. So let's throw some trillion around. I don't mind. Anyways, Mike is a unique person. He's outgoing. He's a really cool dude. I mean, I've seen a lot of nice guys on the VC, but Mike is a cut above. He sends me a postcard from his new city, and look at all that snow. And he showed me his dog's got horns now. He not only does he have Colton, but now he's got a dog with horns. Thank you, Mike. It's fantastic. Love the card. Um, anyways, Mike makes me feel like I'm his only subscriber. Uh, his comments, and I think he does that with everybody. It's not just me, of course, but I really appreciate Mike, and I'm going to try to get him over a trillion. Mike, I got 297,000 or million subs myself, so I'm trying to get there. Anyways, Mike has 10 questions. And you know what? I called it a contest, but I kind of like to call these like a raffle. Oh, no. That wasn't supposed to happen. Sometimes these guys get away from you. I guess I'm boring them. Mike's having a raffle for once he's trying to get to this trillion mark. And what was I going to say? It ends February 14th. So if you want to get on that train, you better hop on it. He's going to pull the rabbit out of the hat. But anyways, he got 10 questions. I printed them out so my scrambled mind can keep track. First question, vacation. Where would you like to go, or where do you like to go? If you haven't been there, where would you go? Well, let's start with where I haven't been there. Where would I like to go? Hawaii. I'd like to see the Navy Yard, the big carriers. I would get a kick out of that. Never seen a carrier in my life, and it would just be larger than life to kind of see that. I did see a submarine way back when I was a kid because my brother was in the Navy. He was a submariner, and we went up to Connecticut and saw one of the subs that he was on. But a carrier would be something to see. I don't know if you call that a vacation because I'd be going to Hawaii, so I'd still spend some time on the beach. But anyways, as a vacation, where do you like to go? Well, I've had some medical issues since I was 30 years old. So my wife and I, we've really never gone on a true vacation because every time I'd get sick every year and I'd have to use up my vacation days along with medical sick days. And for some reason, we just never got a chance to go and spend that kind of, we just never had the money either because we put a couple kids through college. So everything just piled upon itself and never had a true vacation. But I did one time go to Belgium with a buddy of mine. He opened up some bars in Pittsburgh and he promoted the Belgian beers. And we went to Belgium for about 10 days. And it was a lot of fun. We visited 7 breweries. Actually, we went through Luxembourg on our own and down the south of France and visited a few more. So probably at about 10 breweries, but 7 were organized. I even took some pictures. You can see them. I took some pictures of this. You can see the places we visited. Let's see. Lots of drinking. A lot of beautiful pictures of Belgium. But what's cool is Mike's planning on having a get together up in July, and I'm hoping to make it. and I'll bring this with me. I think it would be interesting for the guys to see, especially Alex, uh, beer and vinyl. He's a big beer aficionado, and I think Gary would get a kick out of this too. I made this. I took a lot of pictures back then. Anyways, vacation question one answered. Second one, name a solo artist everybody seems to like, but you can't stand. I wouldn't say I can't stand this solo artist, but I just don't care for it. It's just not my kind of thing. But I thank God that this solo artist got as popular as she did, because she raised the boats on the vinyl revolution with a newer, younger audience, and hopefully that'll filter down to all the other music that we all love. But Taylor Swift, I'm not a Swiftie. Some people are. That's fine. She's a beautiful lady, popular. She reminds me of Madonna as far as how savvy she is with business. God bless her. But Taylor Swift's not for me. Um, Name a band that everyone seems to love, but you can't stand. And it's going to ruffle some feathers, especially my friend in Philadelphia who's going to the Super Bowl. Congratulations, Rich. I really don't care for the Eagles. Never really did. I just don't. There were just so much on the radio when I was growing. I listened to them when I was growing up, but I never bought their records. And the Eagles is just, I just can't get into them. I just something about them. The Doobie Brothers is close to that, but I did like the Doobie Brothers, and I do have some Doobie Brothers records. I haven't listened to them in a long time because I got some other stuff that I listen to. They may go in my purge pile. I'm not sure. But the Eagles is the band that I really don't care for. Not that they're no good. I do like Joe Walsh. I don't think he was with the Eagles, though. I don't think, maybe he was. I'm not sure. But I do love Joe Walsh and the James Gang. Anyways, name a band, show a jazz album. Wow, we finally get down to a little show and tell. My jazz album that I picked, I got a few in there. But Jimmy McGriff, Black and Blue, he's a Hammond organ player. And let's see if I get these out of here. Should have done that ahead of time. So I can show you the label. Nice record. I got it at the flea market in England, I think. I got a lot of my jazz in England when I was there, stationed there. It's a double record set. This is one of my jazz. I used to really buy a lot of the jazz back in the day, but not the traditional jazz. Miles Davis would be closest to traditional that I liked. But I picked out Jimmy McGriff. I even listened to this. It sounded great. So that's my jazz pick. All right. Show a country and western album. Well, I know you got some guff on that country and western, so we'll just call it country. At least I call it country. Highwaymen. Everybody's familiar with this one. I particularly like Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash. But that Chris Christopherson, something about that gaze. He was some kind. He must have been some kind of ladies' man. That guy, the way he talked and the way he acted. To me, he was more like an actor than a singer. But this is Highwayman. Actually, I think Mike, you might have this. I think you showed it. There's the fellows on the back. So that's my country selection. Next one would be, who's your favorite sports team or athlete of all time? Well, if you don't know by now, favorite sports team always has been. And the favorite athlete is my man. And if you don't know who this is, then you better call somebody. But for you younger folks, it's Jack, don't run that rock past me, Lambert. Yeah, Jack Lambert. One of the greatest. Hall of Famer. All right. Share a concert memory. Well, I have a little paraphernalia here for the concert memory, Mike. I got this for Christmas from my son, which was pretty cool because it kind of lended into this question that you thought. So it's kind of like neat the way that came together. And I went to, and this is the only ticket I have. Now, again, that best friend that opened up them bars, we went to the Pink Floyd concert. Here's the only ticket I have of a concert. I know some of you guys saved all your tickets. I'm so jealous. This is the only one I ever saved because of the person I went to the concert with. That's why it was so special to me. This was in 1994, I think. Jesus, I think it was. Yeah, May 31st, 1994, Three Rivers Stadium. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar. That's when Jack Lambert played Three River Stadium. Um, this was the Division Bell tour. Actually have the cassette, which I don't have a cassette player. I have the CD. I love this album or release from them, but I don't have the record, which is amazing. I thought I did have the record, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for it. But I don't have to have it. The CD is fantastic, and then I have as you can see, the still works. I put the battery in it for you guys. This is Pulse. I have it on album, and I also have it on the CD, special package CD. It's a great concert. It was actually, this was to promote the Division Tour, so, or Division Bell Tour. And let me give you a quick rundown of the songs that they did. There's Astronomy to Mine, Learning to Fly, What Do You Want From Me, On the Turning Away, Lost for Words, Sorrow, Take It Back, Keep Talking, One of These Days, Shine on You Crazy Diamond, Parts 1 through 5, Breathe, Time, Breathe, Reprise, High Hopes, Great Gig in the Sky, which was fantastic. Wish You Were Here, of course, one of my favorites. Us and Them, another favorite. Money, Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2, Comfortably Numb. And for the encore was Hey You, and of course, Run Like Hell. Wow, what a song that is. And I did, like I said, I had the album. I didn't want to handle the albums. It's like a 4-album set or something like that. This is the booklet. Now, this wasn't the concert in Pittsburgh, of course. I think this was in Germany and England, if I remember right. But the same thing. And I wanted to show you guys, when I was in Three Rivers Stadium, it was shaped in a round. It was a round stadium, big stadium, 60,000 people. I think there was like 55,000 at the concert. It's the biggest concert I ever attended. I know some of you may have been to larger, but there was one thing I wanted to show you in this book. During the concert, I had this ball come out of the center of the crowd, and I was on the floor. We got tickets that were on the floor, and we sat in folding seats. So the concert itself at Three Rivers, it's like a big toilet bowl, and it's upper, lower, floor. I couldn't believe how many people were there. Now, honestly, there's a lot I do remember and a lot I don't remember about that. But one thing I did remember was, since we were on the floor of the Three River Stadium was so packed that I told my buddy, I said, hey, I got to take a leak so bad, because we drank a lot of beer. And all the porta potties were lined up on the side, way over there. And I thought, I'll never find you. I'll never find you. And I said, I just can't. I held that like until the encore. I couldn't believe it. And I finally went there to the porta john, and I got back before the encore started. And I don't know how I found them. I just don't know how, because it was all dark, very dark, until they started the concert and the lights came on. But anyway, that's my remembrance of that concert, was like how big it was, how grand it was, and it was their last concert tour as Pink Floyd. Now, Roger Waters wasn't with them. It was another bassist, which was fine. They sounded beautiful. Roger Waters had left in 1985, but it was a great concert, great light show. They just did it right. Anyways, I'm going on and on here. Let's see. Wrong one. Shout out to a newer vinyl community channel. I just latched onto a new one, Bobby Gaylor. He came on the scene, and he's really blazing. He's a real interesting guy, a lot of energy. I'm looking forward to more videos from Bobby Gaylor. He started sometime in the fall last year, I think. But I think a lot of you guys get comments from him, so you're familiar with Bobby Gaylor. Give him a sub if you haven't, but I bet you have. Let's see. Show an album by a Canadian artist. Well, let's see what I got here. I don't have a lot of Canadian artists, but one I do love, I've shown before. Frank Marino, Mahogany Rush. What's Next? I haven't shown this one though. Columbia. Just enjoy this guy. He's a great guitarist. Frank Marino. Happy Birthday. Show an album that was released the year you were born. Well, I was born in 1958. I don't have any albums from 1958 that I know of, but I do have a CD that was released in 58. Miles Davis, Relaxing with the Miles Davis Quintets, released in 1958. Don't have it on vinyl, don't need it. Most of my Miles Davis is on CD. I have a couple of his jazz fusion ones on vinyl. These are fine for me on CD. Okay, well, that kind of does it, I think. I don't think I forgot anything. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you. Mike, I think you'll like this. I found this at the flea market last summer. I thought it was cool. Hope you do too. Lastly, thanks, Mike, for hosting the contest. I want to say goodbye to the stars of my universe, my granddaughters, London, Charlotte, Madison, and Evelyn. Love you guys.